Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome back for another video of Sora Convallaria. And today I'm going to be taking a look at what's been added for this week's weekly update. We got a new debut unit we're going to look at here, and as well as some new stuff that we can see here. So first things first, we got a couple new things we need to talk about. And also before we start, I just gotta let you guys know that I'm actually not playing this on PC anymore because my PC just struggles to like run this game at this time. So I decided, you know what, if I want to record this kind of video, I had to resort to mobile. So which is very unfortunate because I honestly like to record everything on PC, but it's just that my PC just doesn't want to do that for whatever reason. So I decided, you know what, I should probably just switch it to mobile, so that way the view will be somewhat good on my end, hopefully. So anyways, we got a new event called, returning event, Tower of Adversity. Challenge yourself to these stages, shown here. And then we also have the new unique ascensions that you can go for grabs. Five units in the game got their new uniques, as you can see here, listed here: Neondite, Hasna, Fako, Nongol, and Nurgle. All 5 of them had their new ascension skills that you can get. And to get the ascension skills, you need to upgrade their ranks to rank 13. So that's pretty much it. So let's see what we have in the events here. We got a new banner we're gonna look at here. So anyways, not only we got a new debut, we also got an imprint banner featuring her weapon, of course. Yserinde is the new character we got for this week. Well, the next 2 weeks, I mean. So this is what she looks like as a 1-star. Looks pretty neat. And she kind of reminds me of the goth lady, but I don't know if that gives off that kind of vibes. But anyways, this is what she looks like at 5 stars. And I apologize for the pop-up because I'm recording this on mobile, but yeah, it can't be helped, unfortunately. So her factions, she's part of the Union and the Discipline. So anyways, let's see what her trait is. So her trait is called Will of Blood Plume, grants jump and unyielding, and gains deflection when triggering resolve. The character can jump over other allies, enemies, neutral characters, and items. When using basic attack, can attack adjacent enemies. All enemies in battle are affected by Everfetter aura. Gains additional skill, Plume Stratagem. At the start of the turn, the next use of this skill becomes instant and costs no NRG. And there's a cooldown that will be taking 3 turns. And then the second half of the trait is increases defense by 40%, adds 30% of the character's physical defense to attack, and reduces damage taken or piercing damage taken by 60%. When deflection takes effect, and then when Blood Plume Blade is triggered and consumed, the character recovers 1 NRG when the character has Endless Web. Additionally increases piercing damage and DOT dealt by 25%. Yeah, she is something that's like forced to be reckoned with. Like, she is an anti-reinforcement unit. If you're wondering what I mean by that, it's like basically the sword that she put down will actually cause damage in the area, which makes her an excellent tool at fighting against those nasty, those nasty reinforcements that are usually grouped up together. And that's where she shines, because she'll just get rid of them at ease. Which sounds broken if you ask me. And also deflection, what that does, it reduces damage taken. So this also applies if you're being hit by a boulder. So like, in the game, like, boulders instant kills the enemy, right? Or any unit that's in the way. Well, with the deflection on there, basically you will survive it with half your HP, that sounds pretty huge, don't you think? Because that's the first time that you can use something to prevent yourself from dying against a boulder for the very first time. So let's see what her skills are. So the reaction skill called Silent Wing is a reaction skill. After the character's deflection triggers, dispels 1 debuff from the character and gains Armor of Ice extra. And the Armor of Ice extra is that it gains physical shield equal to 30% of the character's HP, immune to frosty tile effects after being hit by melee attacks, inflicts move 1 down on the opponent for 2 turns. This state is considered as Armor of Ice. So yeah, this is actually pretty nuts. Like this skill right here, like it's considered as if you're using Armor of Ice. So which basically is a similar aspect to Simona's Armor of Ice, if you're wondering. We also have Endless Web. This is a map wide like 8 tiles AoE. It's a support skill, locks onto 3 closest enemies within 6 tiles of the character, and places 1 Bloodplume Blade on adjacent empty tiles. If with insufficient targets, which means less than 3, the effect changes to place 3 Bloodplume Blade on adjacent empty tiles of 1 closest enemy. After casting the skill, the character gains Endless Web aura until the start of the next 3 turns. The skill cannot be cast again when having the aura. Yep, full fair balancing. And this skill is powerful. Like, it places 3 swords on the map, and those swords does have the same properties as, like, if they step on it, they'll take AoE damage on top of that, which is absolutely nuts. And then we also have Plume Rend. It's a passive skill. After placing or triggering 4 Bloodplume Blades, deals piercing damage equal to 50% physical attack to all enemies within 2 tiles of Bloodplume Blade or having Black Feather. This effect is considered as triggering Bloodplume Blade, but does not count towards the skill's trigger cooldowns. Trigger count, I mean. Not cooldown. What am I saying here? Okay, so yeah, Black Feather is basically the same property as Nydia, if you're wondering. We also have Phantom Shift. It's a decision skill. Both are instant skill, by the way. Selects to use Phantom Falling Feather or Phantom Swift Feather. After using either skill, makes the next use of Plume Stratagem become instant and cost no NRG. Oh my, that's actually pretty nuts. So let's see what these two are. So if you chose Falling Feather, selects 1 Bloodplume Blade and teleports to that position. But if you chose Swift Feather, selects a target to swap position and grants deflection to them if the target is an ally. And yeah, pretty much pretty straightforward. And now we're gonna talk about the other skill called Plume Array. It's an instant skill, grants all allies in battle damage reduction 2 for 2 turns. If Bloodplume Blade exists within 2 tiles of the target, or they are enemies with Black Feather, additionally grants them deflection. So yeah, Yserinde is actually mostly rely on like damage reduction as much as possible, as well as counterattack with the high damage output. So that's actually pretty nuts for this character. So let's take a look at what her character trial is about. Although sure, I did try to play this earlier, but my computer froze, unfortunately, so I'm just going to record this again, but this time with a mobile footage. So hopefully it will lower the, my computer's, the tasks, so that way it doesn't really need to do as much heavy lifting for the game. So let's see how this goes. Just my luck getting stuck under that woman for this rebellion. Can't figure out why the King of Judgment puts so much faith in some defector. Here's hoping she doesn't drag us down. Excellent, they pushed too far ahead without backup. Surround them, take the stronghold first, and victory's ours. Trouble, enemy attack! Let them come, lion-hearted knights die fighting, not running. Attack, for the honor of knighthood! Charge! What's that? What? Where did they come from? Throwing your lives away for some knightly honor. Hopeless fools. You, Yserinde. A turncoat like you could never understand knightly honor. It certainly has no rights to lead knights into battle. Oh really? Was it knightly honor that just saved your necks? Or were you planning to beat the enemy to death with your invisible honor? You! Any backup coming? Enemy forces have cut us off. Looks like we're done for. Only joined the Lionhearted 2 days ago, and I'm already going to die here? Beg for help and I'll lend a hand. Deal? Please save me! Save me! Good. Much better than those other two. I've got this. Yserinde can deploy trigger objects called Blood Plume Blade using Plume Stratagem. When any target stops on Blood Plume Blade tile, Yserinde can damage enemies in its range. Try using Plume Stratagem on any enemy spawn point. We'll do that. Let's go here. Place it in the middle. Oh, come on. Okay, go here. Place it in the middle, like right there. I haven't even struck yet. Bunch of worthless idiots. Let's see you escape now. I'm done for. I can't get out of this looks like blessing range. Sweet talk to me and I might save you. Lady Yserinde, I'll follow your every command. There we go. Anyone else should learn from this one. Yserind's Blood Plume Blade can also buff allies. With the passive skill Royal Guard Escort, Blood Plume Blades can help teammates move again. Try using Plume Stratagem here to trigger Blood Plume Blade and help your allies escape. Okay, we'll do that. I'm gonna go right here and then do this. Put that on that tile. I can move again. Oh shoot. Okay, so that's not what I want to do. Crap. Okay, rewind that. I meant to go here so I don't block his pathway. There we go. Now he's out. She deflected their attack so easily. Never seen tactics like this before. Ha! You're finished now. Where did that boulder come from? Easy there. Good tactics balance offense and defense. I've got this handled. Yserinde can apply deflection to teammates to greatly reduce the next damage they take. Since this ally received deflection in the previous battle, they will survive the boulder impact. I'm actually alive. Damn it! Everyone attack! Crush them with sheer numbers! Lady Yserinde, we're surrounded. Please get out here now. I'll hold them off to the death and repay your kindness. Enough doom and gloom. Listen up. Only those who fight tooth and nail to survive will claim victory in the end. New skills unlocked. Endless Web and Plume Rend. With this skill set, Endless Web creates multiple Blood Plume Blades at once and deals immediate area damage. Try using Endless Web at a target location to stylishly eliminate all remaining enemies. We'll do that. Attack them right here. Get going. Oh dear, more reinforcements. Holy moly, you just took them all out just like that, bro. Impressive. My job here is done. See you around. What? Sorry, Lady Yserinde. We're at your disposal from now on. Same here. Honestly, I like the rebellious streak better. I could use a personal guard unit. Looking forward to working together. And there we go. Level cleared. And once again, I apologize for showing the footage like this because, you know, it couldn't be helped. Because, like, for some reason my PC decided to, like, not work anymore on this game. So my only option for me is to just play Sword Convallaria on mobile for the time being. And yes, it may look nice on there and all, but it's just that the screen size is smaller, which is pretty unfortunate. But anywho, although I am planning to get a new device, as well, not literally a PC, but you know, a bigger screen than a phone, you know. So hopefully this could actually solve many problems that I have with the mobile recording. Because right now this is like a screen wide of 16:9, which doesn't really do well on my PC. So yep, I'm gonna leave all it there for now. So hope y'all find this video helpful or informative, and let me know in the comments if you prefer me to, like, you know, I mean, this is my only option for Sword Combat for now. Record this from PC to mobile, which in my terms it sounds like a demote for this kind of game, because you know, this game I started off with the PC recording, but now with my PC doesn't handle the game as much anymore. It's literally like a demote to make the game still runnable on my channel. So I apologize for that. So yeah. Anyways, that's about it for this video. So although here's something I'm actually worried about in the future for my channel, because you know, for one, I know that the playoffs for Languisher is gonna be in like next week, and I'm afraid that with this kind of setup, unfortunately, I may end up having to switch out the streaming source, like for Languisher, to mobile as well. If because last time I did like a mobile, like not necessarily mobile, but when I did the PC streaming, my PC's I mean, not necessarily the PC itself, but it's just that the signal that's receiving is just not great. So I'm thinking maybe if I move this to mobile, it will ease off the signal from being terrible. So I hope you all understand my current situation, because my computer just really doesn't want me to have like a best performance out there, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, that's it from me. So hope you all enjoyed, and if you find this helpful, so don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time for more.